Hello, Terra Maniacs. How are you guys? I'm just hanging up my headset. So, had a productive morning today. Afternoon. It looks like my schedule tips toward the evenings now. So, it looks like I am sleeping in the morning and working in the evening. So, it just seems to be working out that way. But I am glad that everybody's here. Ooh, Zeph, you are supposed to get 60-degree weather this week. Holy moly. Melissa, you're still below 32. We are getting another snowstorm this weekend. Not a huge one, but we're getting another snowstorm. So exciting stuff. I'm going to drop the banner. So little housekeeping here, guys. So hi, Denise. Hi, Zephyr. Oh, we want to applaud our amazing mods. Maybe I should do like a little video for that. Let's give our mods a little applause. Please applaud in the chat. So I have the best mods in the business. So I got Susan here. Susan, hope you're doing well. And we got all the quiet people in the background, but it's good to have you here. So I just did a video on Jennifer Aniston and her boyfriend, Jim Curtis. A lot of people have a lot of different opinions about that relationship. So you'll see that. I'm going to drop it after this. I'll drop it as a premiere so we can all be in the chat. So it'll be like maybe an hour after this. So I'm going to kick it off. But today, this is the reading room. We're doing paid readings only with super chats and super stickers. That's the only way to get your readings here. I am going to be live all night, though, on my other resources. So if you would like your own private reading with me after this, you want to go a little bit deeper, you can go to my About page. You can go check things out. By next week, I should have my website up, and we should have like an actual calendar of events that you guys can go to. You can see everything that I'm doing from day to day, and you can plan your week out. Reason why I'm doing this is because I know you guys, this is the biggest streaming platform in the world right now. And I know you have a lot of choices, a lot of places that you can go. And I want to make sure that you can pick what you want to watch. You don't have to watch everything I do. You can watch some of the stuff I do. So let's talk a little bit, because I know we all love the Meghan Markle story. Khloe Kardashian has a podcast. Oh, Melissa, you love the new deck. That's great. Here, I'll put it out so you guys can see it. Take a look at it. I'm loving this new deck too. I think it's really cute. I think it's really, really cute. Add stage. There we go. So this is the Cottage Magic Tower. I actually forgot that I ordered this. I had no idea I ordered it. Totally flaked. And when it showed up, I really needed it. It was a little bright, sunny spot in my day yesterday. So Khloe Kardashian has a podcast. And yesterday, yesterday everybody was talking about it. So I think it dropped the day before. They dropped that not only did Meghan and Harry approve the photos that they later had taken down, but Kim also said, well, why don't we do like a mea culpa kind of fun promotional thing? She said, why don't you come on down and we'll do a spread on Skims. You could do some Skims, and then we'll pull it down like a half hour later. It'll be like kind of a repeat offender thing. And it'll be really like, we'll get some attention with it. And Meghan Markle declined that offer. Guys, the Kardashians are animals in Hollywood. Is that what burned the relationship with them? So let's check it out. I'm going to do this. Make it a little bit easier for you guys. I'm a little bit bigger than I want to be on the portrait. I've got this one weird hair that's sticking up. So was Kim Kardashian being truthful when she said she was going to try and fix that for Meghan Markle? 9 of teacups. That says maybe not. Maybe not, guys. Let's see. And I'm just fixing something on here because dang, I looked old, baby doll. I looked old. I just got rid of my wrinkles. I just wiped them out. All of a sudden, it's like click of the button, Botox. Hi, Stephanie. Good to see you. So 9 of teacups. Not exactly what she wanted. 7 of teacups. High priestess. The star. I really do think that Kim, Melissa, shocking, right? I really do think that Kim was trying to help her save face in a better way than just being like, yeah, not doing it. Not doing it. What was Megan's response to this? I'm going to do bigger reading on this, guys, because this is hot stuff. Megan's response, her internal response. What did her gut say? Ooh, sorry, guys. What did her gut say? Ace of Quills. It's a chance to restart. Why not? Judgment. Knight of Quills. She wanted a bite of that Skims money. I think she wanted that as like a modeling fee. I think she would have done it if it was offered as a modeling gig, but no. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I'm gonna pull that up. Rex text. Did Megan see that offer beneath her? Not quite. Did she not want to be seen as someone who needs Skims? Let's face it, ladies. I needed Skims when I was 18 years old. Never having had a baby, I needed Skims back then. I was skinny, but you still, like, things flap around. We're supposed to be curvy and soft, ladies. So did she not want to be seen as needing Skims? 7 of Quills. 7 of Quills. She was worried about the optics on that. What do I look like? How do I look? You know, the ego is so fragile. So fragile here. So let's switch it up. Meghan Markle's been dropping stuff for Valentine's Day. We now have a selection of jams, which the more you buy, the more you spend. The more you buy, the more you spend. How's her Valentine's drop doing? 2 of teacups. She's not happy. Temperance. Sales are slow. 6 of quills. What's our escape hatch? 3 of cups. Going to bed with that loaf of bread and a bottle of wine. 3 of biscuits. Coming to a TK Maxx near you. I think that's all she wrote for the As Ever line. I think that's all she wrote. Is As Ever going to survive the launch? Is As Ever going to survive? Because now those products are, what, a year old? They're a year old now. Is As Ever going to survive? 6 of candles, guys. This is the success card, the 6 of wands. Guys, I think this is my favorite card in the Cottage Magic Tarot deck. I think I love her. I want to look like that. I want to be that. We're in reverse. As Ever, not going to make it. Not going to make it. But we always want to try and correct course, right? Because tarot and this channel is about how you can correct course and do things differently, maximize your experience. So what can she do? 8 of biscuits. Hang it up. 4 of candles. That's absolutely liquidate. I just got a paper cut. 5 of candles. Ooh, consecrating this deck with a little bit of blood. I literally just got a paper cut from this deck. 35 years of tarot reading, and that's the first paper cut I got. Well, there's something to be said about it. So, Five of Candles. I think there's going to be a lot of losses on this deck. On this endeavor. I think she's going to have to unpack, get rid of things. I think there's going to be losses, definite losses. So, will we see them in discount stores? Are we going to see them in discount stores? I keep getting that something is going to happen in the warehouse. There's going to be something that happens in the warehouse. Like somebody's going to knock over a shelf and all these jars of jam are going to have this viral moment breaking on the ground. You know, the roof is going to cave in because of snow or something like that. So where are these going to wind up? Are we going to see them in discount stores? Strength in reverse. They're expiring. Five of Candles again, guys. The Lovers in reverse. The business is failing. And Four of Biscuits. It's going to be obvious. So I think there's going to be. All right. So this thing that I keep getting in my head about the warehouse. What's going on with the warehouse? Let's take a look at that. Let me throw these cards all over the place. Hopefully I won't cut myself again. What is going on in the warehouse? King of Candles, destructive power. That is a destructive power card, guys. This means we're going to destroy stuff. Temperance, overloading shelves. Oh, bloody. Dang. One more paper cut. Queen of Biscuits, insurance payout. Insurance payout. They're going to destroy. I'm saying it right now, guys. This is my prediction. They're going to destroy that. Somebody's going to run a forklift into a shelf or something like that. This is going to be how they get out of this. They're going to try and get an insurance payout. Will it make her whole? 10 of Candles. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that is a prediction. That is a prediction. I'm saying there's going to be a warehouse situation or a stock situation. And I think we're going to lose a lot of stock. They're going to have an insurance claim. She's not going to get everything that she wants. And that's how the fortune cookie crumbles. So, all right. So, no personal questions on the table. None yet. So, guys, throw me some pop. Hi, Demon Dictator. Good to see you. Everybody say hi to Demon Dictator. Today is just personal questions with super chats, guys. If you have a question for me that is pop culture, you can drop it in the chat with all caps, and I will do my best to untangle the energetic knot. Demon Dictator, we're here the whole time. Yeah, I think that's stock. There's going to be an incident, so we'll keep an eye out for that. I can't believe I'm bleeding on my show. So 31 people in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you smash that like button on the way and shoulder bump it. Do what you got to do. Kick it, knee it, whatever you got to do. Make sure you hit that like. Get YouTube to start paying attention to me again. I just don't think that they're promoting my material very much. But so any questions for pop culture, guys? There we go. Thank you, Susan, helping me out, helping out a psychic. I am a psychic, but I can't pull your questions from the thin air. Hi, Haley. Good to see you, baby. I see you, baby. I see you, baby. We all know that song, right? Or is it just me? All right. Did H file for divorce and come to an agreement with the royal family for his return, custody? Woof. Dave, I do put blood, sweat, and tears into my work. That is definitely going to, I'm making that a short. I'm definitely cutting my fingers short. Whoop. All right. So one more time. Did H file for divorce? Let's start there. This is a multi-phased question. Did he file for divorce? You know what? This card wants to come out. King of Candles says yes. So that doesn't mean that the papers have actually been filed. Hi, Aries Rainbow Child. Not that the papers are actually filed, but that The ones that need to know. The ones that need to know. Let me bring this sucker up. Haley, I got your question. Demon Dictator, it's any amount. I don't specify. It's at your discretion. Anything that you do to support my channel is we are very gracious and happy to receive that. Get the hair out of here. So did he come to an agreement with the royal family? 6 of biscuits. It's not going to be what we want it to be, or it's not going to be what he wants it to be. All right. We are not seeing what no rescue. So we've got 6s. 6s are a stable energy in tarot. That is a lily pad spot that we rest when we're going through a process. Both of those, because they're in reverse, say that the safety net that he thought was going to be there is not necessarily there. So it's not charity from the royal family, which we have in the 6 of biscuits. That is charity when it's in the upright. And it's not rescue, which is what we have with the 6 of swords or quills in this deck. We're not seeing the rescue. What have they advised him? Noun. Oof. Oh, that is brutal. That's a brutal message from the royal family. Holy moly. Guys, I know some of you out there read. This is hard news. So this is like good luck, Chuck kind of energy here. But this is how the cookie crumbles. This is, yeah, got it, Zeph. That you see what I'm saying. This is, you made your bed, you got to lie in it, and this is everything that you did to yourself. You are reaping what you sow. So the agreement with the royal family, I don't think that they're bringing him close to the breast right now. I think he's got to figure this out on his own. So I'm going to divert from your question just for 1 second. So does this mean that he's stuck in the United States? Is he stuck in the US? 7 of biscuits, man without country. He is stuck between rock, hard place, UK, US. He's stuck between those 2 places. He is a man without country right now. Is he going to leave the United States? The devil. He's going to have to stay here for a little bit. 7 of candles. 2 of candles. Hang on, guys. 2 of teacups. Look at all the separation we have here. 2 of candles. 2 of teacups. Diverting of 2 paths. He is going to be at the mercy of what he is told to do. So what does that mean? What he needs to do, what he has to do. There's going to be some legal constraints that he's going to have to stick with. And I think I think she's going to trap him in the US with visitation. That's what I think is going to happen, because the 7 of candles is about balancing and sharing, right? So he's going to have to stay here if he wants to maintain any kind of relationship with those kids. So that's wild. I think he's going to be stuck here, but I think he's going to be looking over his shoulder every 5 minutes to see how things are going. Am I allowed to stay here? Am I kicked out? Did he make any arrangement? Demon Dictator. Hang on. Whoop. Chat's going fast. All right. So will the kids stay in the US? Will Archie stay in the US? 2 of quills, possibly going back and forth to daddy, wherever daddy may be. What about Lily? Nobody can figure out what's going on with these kids. Nobody can figure out what's going on with them. Well, things are going to be revealed about her. I am gonna Empress in reverse. Yikes. 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 What is going on? Lily, I'm going to leave in reserve, guys. So Archie, I think, is going to be back and forth for visitation. Lily, it doesn't look like she goes back and forth. It looks like she's kind of nowhere. I know that sounds really weird. Education. Is Archie going to continue to be educated in the United States? Yes. Is Lily going to be educated in the United States? Queen of Teacups. Yes, I think so. But let's see where they wind up. I think it's going to get weird, guys. So, all right, we'll end that there. And let's go over. What is the relationship between Beatrice, Eugenie, Andrew, and Sarah? So let's look at the folks. We're going to start with Andrew. Let's make Daddy. Here's Daddy, fully exposed, really in trouble. And then we have Beatrice toward her father, Eugenie toward her father. Beatrice, ooh, they're both really disgusted with him. And I do think it is because of endangering their position, and they're really kind of stuck. They really can't do a restart. How do you quit your job as a princess? I mean, not that they're quitting, but how do you leave the job of being a princess with a day job and then become something else? How do you do that? It's a little bit tricky. It's like being the owner of McDonald's and having to go and work as a fry cook. It really is. So it's a little bit backward. I think that they are both very, very disappointed in how he behaved. Is Beatrice speaking with him? Occasionally. I think Beatrice is the softer touch. Is Eugenie speaking with him? I think Eugenie is not. I think Eugenie has taken her ball and has gone home for the time being. Let's see how they are with Sarah. Sarah herself. Not really terrific. So there she is as a mother. She's upset about the whole thing. 10 of Quills. Queen of Biscuits. So Beatrice, I think, is kind of resolute in the sense that she's like, there's really nothing we can do. Like, this is coming down from the king. I think she's very respectful of the hierarchy in the royal family. I think she understands how all of those mechanisms move. Whereas Eugenie, I think, is more, hey, you know, we can kind of carve out our own life with our mom. Eugenie is crafting a future based on what they have had once before. I think she's trying to make her mother a bit more happy. Do they get along with their moms? Here's one. Beatrice, yeah, I think it's a little odd of a relationship. Eugenie, yes. Eugenie, I think, is more like her mother. I think Beatrice is more like Queen Elizabeth. I think she had enough of Queen Elizabeth's influence that she's a lot like them. So, so there we go. There we go. The Yorks. The Yorks. I guess Andrew moved into his new house. So best of luck to him. Okay. Years into the future, will H ever come clean about the marriage and what really went on between him and MM? So I want to remind everybody that free will gives us a lot of flexibility with how our future pans out. You can turn a wrong corner, not meet the love of your life. You can not get in the car that morning and avoid a car accident. You can purchase a different dog and have a different best friend. There's all kinds of stuff that we can do to affect our future. So we're going to read from the energy right now. Does he intend right now to come clean about the relationship that he had with Meghan Markle? Considering it, the Seven of Biscuits is about the Seven of Pentacles. It's about looking backward at the way that we conducted ourselves, the things that we did, and seeing what we could have done better, seeing what worked, what didn't work. Is he specifically looking at Spare? He is disappointed in what Spare did for him. He is very disappointed about it. Is he concerned that Meghan would write her own retaliatory tale? Yes. Is he concerned that he will have to respond to Meghan Markle, My Story? Yes. He is very, very nervous that Meghan is going to write a tell-all. Now, I have long said that Harry should write How I Survived a Narcissist. Will he do that with the energy that's in place right now? Will he do that? Three of Teacups. He is really... I'm going to say yes, guys. I'm going to say that the relationship has caused him to seek... Hi, Rob. The relationship has caused him to seek out alternate means of relaxation. We know what that is. I think that he is prepared to take action, but he is personally unready to do that. I think he's got some healing that he's got to do. This rest and recovery has been mainly external rest and recovery and not internal rest and recovery. Chariot, not ready to move forward with that yet. And the Queen of Teacups, he's angry. Someone is advising him not to write angry because he's already written Spare angrily. So, like I said, today is January 29th, 2026. He is poised to write some kind of response to the marriage and the way that he has been treated. But is he ready to go full bore and write that book? No, because he's still looking back at the fallout from Spare, which is so funny. I have a copy of Spare someplace and I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it. It's just kind of up and walked out of my house. So right now, Harry is considering writing his side of the story. He's concerned that he's going to have to respond to a Meghan My Story kind of tell all. Remember, they still have books that they have to meet with the contract. I think he signed a contract. So there it is. Can you spare a square? B-Bear's in the house. B-Bear, it's good to see you. Stephanie, thank you for your contribution. Thank you for supporting the channel. It is people like you that help my channel grow and survive. You keep the lights on here. So William and Catherine were not at the premiere last night. I'm going to ask first what was going on before I ask if it was the other attendees. William and Catherine did not go to the premiere last night. Again, it's January 30th, 2026. what was going on? Why did Catherine and William not go? Secrets. We got the moon card. We're using the Cottage Magic Tarot today, guys. Page of Biscuits. One of the kids was sick. They wanted one of them to go and one not to go. And then they said, F it, let's not go. We're the Prince and Princess of Wales. We're not the King and Queen. Not yet. Not yet. So, did it have anything to do with Camilla's children being there? Let me shuffle again. Have anything to do with Camilla's kids being there? No. In fact, that got complicated. Hang on. One more. Hi, TT. I want to say that they were there representing and like that was enough. But, these cards are sickness too. I think one of the kids was sick. So we'll see. We'll see if anything comes out in the news about that, if the kids were sick. We'll see. We'll see. Good question, though, Stephanie. Thank you so much for your super chat. I already answered that. Demon Dictator, we got a personal question in the house. Demon Dictator, thank you so much. My new friend out there in the tube of the U's. So will your work situation be resolved soon? And we are using, this deck is really sweet and gentle. Cottage Magic Tarot. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit different moving forward, just so you guys know. I am going to be doing the YouTube shopping tabs for my decks, not the Amazon affiliate links. They're a lot easier for me to put in. For lives like this, I'll put it in at the end. Work situation. Let's see what's going on. Queen of Teacups. Well, we all know you're unhappy. Like, all right. Let's see. Resolution. What's our timeline of resolution? We're going to go 1, 2, 3. So, yes. When we get 9s, so in tarot, and I explain this a lot, so I'm sorry for those of you that are regulars. 9s are completion out of the ace through 10. So how I explain it, 9, we kiss the bride. 10, we get in the honeymoon vehicle and drive off as a married couple. 9, when we kiss the bride, it is saying goodbye to being a single person and being part of a union. So this tells me that we are concluding the process. And this, I want to show you. I love this 9 card. It's very pretty. But the individual on the 9 card is beat up from a battle, beat up from the war. The war is almost over. And if you know, in the 6 of Wands, I always say that that is a general that is coming back from the battle, not from the war. So this is concluding the war. We have our spoils of war behind us. We are protecting them. We're beat up. We're assessing. We're still standing, though. We're still standing, even after getting all your teeth kicked in and whatnot. Over here, King of Candles in reverse. I think that there will be some agency that is taken out of your span of control. I don't mean that you're going to be demoted or someone's going to take something away from you, but you won't be able to go any further with the situation at work. Here, don't worry. It's not a disappointment. It's just part of the negotiation process. Ultimately, what do we get? Hi, Penny. 4 of Quills, no longer resting. 7 of Teacups, a little bit of confusion. 9 of Quills. I think you did the right thing in this work situation. I think absolutely it was the right thing. Does it shake out with you coming out, better than ever? Not necessarily, but you did the right thing. You clarified this kind of crazy business here, this chaos and gaslighting. That 7 of Teacups, gaslighting to the 10th degree. So I do think that it's going to resolve. I think it's not going to be a disappointing resolve or an exciting resolve. I think it's going to kind of end with a fizzle rather than a flash, boom, bang. So that's where we're going with that. any advice that I can give you in the moment. Like I said, you've already done all that you can. All of your ducks are in a row, Miss Magician. All of your, this card goes beautifully with this background. All of your ducks are in a row. You've done everything that you need to do. What can you do for like to soothe your brow today? Six of Quills. Don't worry about progressing. Just let the Wheel of Fortune take its course. Let the Wheel of Fortune take its course. Soak your feet today. Go soak your feet. You're going to feel better, Demon Dictator. Again, thank you so much for your contribution. You guys are fantastic. This we're going to divert over to Will Harry write a book about how he survived a narcissist as part of his 12-step program. Page of Candles. He's not going to want to do that. Strength in reverse. Queen of Biscuits. Queen of Candles. I'm going to take it back. I think that he may do an interview versus do a book. There's something about Harry. There's something about him that like he almost thinks like people forget about interviews, but they won't forget about books. Oh, you're very welcome, Demon Dictator. He just thinks that, you know, everyone has an attention span that's, you know, 2 inches big. I'm sorry. This is a shawl that my sister made for me and I love it. And it's keeping me nice and cozy. So he may just do like an interview and not do a book. Again, that energy is not formed. We're going to have to see where he shakes out at the end. If he does a book, it might be for the money. If he does an interview, it might be just to kind of get his point out there, which, you know, is unfortunate. So we're just going to keep this to an hour, guys, because my mods are hard at work. So let me see what we've got here. Was that it? Oh, that's all the questions I had. Oh, so we got freestyle for the last, I can't do math, 13 minutes, 12 minutes. Oh, look at that, guys. Fun. So I guess I won't ever sell this deck now that it's got my blood all over it. It's got my blood on it. Banished. So we'll take a look at Banished. Banished to March Farm. So Prince Andrew banished to March Farm. How are the locals going to deal with him? How are the locals going to deal with him? Nine of Teacups. That is a very curious card to get for this. So remember, Nine of Teacups is Nine of Cups. So that is the wish card. That is getting what you want. So he's getting what he wants. The neighbors are not. Hi, Kelly. How are the neighbors going to respond to him being there? Judgment. They are not going to be swayed. They're not going to change their opinion. Queen of Cups, I do think they're going to be polite to him. Eight of Teacups, he is not going to be... they're going to go about their business. The locals are going to go about their business and just kind of not really pay attention to him. They're just not really going to pay attention to him. Is it true that Sarah is unwelcome? Is it true that she is unwelcome? Oh, yeah, they don't want her there. Is it the crown that doesn't want her there either? Yes, Ace of Quills. We're not starting that nonsense again. They don't want another non-royal sucking at the royal teat. They do not want that. Will she ever try and visit? No. She already knows. She's already gotten notice, and she is mad. She's mad. She's angry because she wants to go and stay over, hang out, have a good time. Yeah. That's what she wants. That's what she wants. This is crazy, guys. I'm seriously, look at the little specks of blood on my deck. Huh. Did not expect that to happen. That was an unexpected thing. I did not see this happening in the future. All right. Check in on the king, guys. Check in on the king. Checking in on the king. King Charles, how are we doing? How's Prince Charles today? I can't do a good Prince Charles voice. Ace of biscuits. I'm traveling all over the place. Two of teacups. High priestess. What is going on with King Charles' judgment? Eight of teacups. What are you running from, sir? What are you running from? What's going on? Five of biscuits. King Charles, what is your main concern today? What is your main concern? Why are you running, flying the coop? His happiness. He wants to maintain his happiness. Death in transition. Judgment. Is this about Harry? Yes. Is he getting pressured? Is he getting pressured by Harry? Three of Pentacles. He knows. So he knows that Harry needs help for the way that he's been relaxing. But he knows that he's not going to accept or seek help. So he's doing a Paulie. I can give you this. That's all I can do for you. I can't do no more. That was Paulie from. Paulie. What's that?
Again with Paulie.
Again with Paulie. I drop the Paulie comment all the time. Is Paulie. I got to turn my back on you. And I think that that's it. I think he is going to make himself very unavailable to that second son. I think he is. So, leaving that there. Humanaki. Oh, wait. Swoop. Hang on. And we're going to close questions, guys, because we're going to keep this to an hour. Let me close my questions. That means they're closed. If you all have other questions. Oh, Karen, I got you too. I got you too. There you go. Any other questions, personal questions? You can always see my About section on YouTube. And there you will find links. Contact me. So how will the Grammys go this weekend? Are we going to see any surprises? Maybe David will show up. There's a surprise. Knight of Wands, good or bad? Emperor in reverse. Someone is going to lose their mantle. Ace of Wands. We're going to see a new front runner in the music industry emerge this weekend. That's what we're going to see. So there's going to be a surprise. So I don't know if it's Youngblood is going to be blessed to take the forefront. But I do think very much I think very much that we're going to see a new superstar emerge this weekend. I think the days of like the Michael Jacksons and the Madonnas are kind of gone. But I think we're going to see somebody kind of step into a position of power in the Grammys. We're going to see a surprise. Let's put it that way. I think that's going to be really cool. We all like to see a new superstar. So somebody's going to get up there and be crying their eyes out because they won. You really, really like me.
How was Sally feel?
You really, really like me, Greg.
They like me.
That was such a cute moment. It really was. So this is our last question. Mods, how you like this short jog? This isn't a marathon we're doing. Short jog. So what does Harry's judge really feel about him? Humanaki, always with the great questions. He would like to see some more consideration out of that man. 8 of Candles. Better communication and also more disclosure. That is one of the things the judge keeps saying in his head. Why is he not giving me the correct information? Why is he giving me all of the feelings and nothing concrete? With the Sun and the 8 of Candles, we're really looking at energetic kind of feelings, emotions, passions, like I really want to get this done because I feel it really needs to be done. We saw it in the first court case where he said, I don't know, we're here to get the evidence. I just really feel like they wronged me. So I think, facts before feelings are not something that Harry really, really believes in. So TT, we'll see you in a little bit, honey. Love you, darling. Hope you're doing well today. So the judge would like to see more substance, less emotion. He wants to see that come to the surface. What would the judge like to say to him if he could, if there were no holds barred? We're going to clean these up too. I'll shuffle. What would he like to say to him? Noun and verb. You have to, so this is the judge speaking to Harry. You have to be careful with whom you partner. The people that are representing you, the people that are working with your court cases, your businesses, you have to be careful about the motivations of the people that you're partnering with. Also, communication. Don't make the same mistake twice in both trials. You're doing the same thing. A definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different response. You were protected and you were concealed as needed. You need to look back on the experience that you had as a human, as a member of the royal family, and re-examine the conditions and the controls that were put in place. He was much more protected than he is letting on to the court. And the people that were on the inside of that secret circle were the ones that were divulging that information. Everything has its price, guys. Everything has its price. I will tell you, when I was still with my ex-husband, some of the people that would get privileged to go backstage would just take it to the nth power. There was one particular individual that I knew that had a laminate, like an all access laminate. And what he would do is he would go out into the crowd. He would take stickers, like, you can get a laminate that's kind of permanent, and then you can get like the groupie stickers. And like they're like day passes, but the laminates are like the whole tour. So he would get stickers for people, bring them up, bring them on stage, park them by the monitors or the stacks or whatever. And he would take their sticker off, he'd go back out into the crowd, and he'd bring more people up. There's a reason why there's limited amounts of stickers, is because it's a hazard to have all these people up on the stage. So he would routinely do that. It was really, really annoying for the security and for the crew guys, the techs that were there. Really, really problematic, because sometimes he would have 20 people up on that stage, mainly like dumb, young, drunk girls that he was trying to hook up with and like bring for the band, like the band can't get them. So Harry really needs to be careful and not have people like that out and about with him. So what else would the judge say? You need to get your emotions in order, dude, because it's affecting your success in the world. The judge wants him to know, like, you're far too emotional about this, and it is affecting your ability to become a contributing person in the regular world. What a shame. What a shame. Last word from the judge. King of Quills, why don't you just sit down for a little bit? Why don't you sit down? Because you are not a master of thought. You are not a ringleader. You are not a leader in this situation. Sit down, relax, enjoy the fruits of your efforts, the fruits of the accident of birth, and just stop. Just stop trying to be everybody's hero. You're not a hero. They're both in reverse. You're not that person. Knock it off. Knock it off. So you know what we say, right? Denise, I know you know what we say. We say, shut up. So guys, this was great. This was great. I really am going to be very, very conscious about keeping these lives to an hour, unless it says marathon on there. And I check with all my mods and I make sure that they have stretched and hydrated and they're ready to go to town. I absolutely want you guys to not shut up, Harry. I want you guys to, get a nice hour with me. Like I said, there's a lot of different channels that you can watch. There's a lot of different content you can watch. I don't know if you want to sit here and watch, 4 hours of tarot. If it says marathon on the thumbnail and on the description, then we'll be doing a marathon. I can do those in snowstorms, which we got another one coming up this weekend. Not too much, 3 to 5 inches is not going to be that bad. But, maybe we'll do a marathon if I'm locked in the house and I don't know what else to do. But I really need to get back to regular scheduled content for you guys. YouTube, #1 streaming service on the planet right now. I want to make sure that you guys actually have a content schedule from me. So I appreciate you guys while I'm kind of figuring out what I'm doing here. So there are links in my about section. If you'd like to get readings with me, I have 2 options in there. You can go on over there. As always, I do have Otter Spirit in there. You can link up with my link there. Go check out what they have. Courtesy of me, let them know that I sent you over there. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye, but I'll be back because tomorrow we have our members live and then we have our general audience live. They're going to be back to back. We're going to have a great time. So it's going to be about 2 hours that you have me. And then we're going to boogie oogie off into the corners and go watch some of our other friends. I think because I've been doing so many long lives, I haven't been watching all my other friends. So I want to make sure that I do that. So everybody stay safe, stay warm. I know some of us are dealing with super cold temperatures right now. So make sure that you stay warm. And until I see you tomorrow, and we're going to do it a little bit earlier tomorrow. So just go over to my main page and just hit the bell so that you get a reminder. But I will see you tomorrow for like 2 hours. So thanks so much. See you in the future.